Hello mouses! I'm ill again, I don't know what's happening at the moment, but it keeps coming back. So I'm going to keep this fairly quick, and also because yesterday's video, which took ages to process, has only gone up today, so you're getting 2 videos today, so that's good. Okay, what I want to talk about is this weird thing that this report's coming out saying that apparently children are reading more now, which is great news, compared to adults between 30 and 50 who apparently are always complaining that kids don't read enough. But now the statistics show that the adults who are complaining read less than the children. I was thinking, well, of course this has happened. 15 years ago, what came out? Harry Potter. Harry Potter has been a big influence on children reading. It's amazing to think that the children that are growing up now and are the ones that are reading more have had interesting things to read. When I was a kid, we had all these books and shows designed to work in with the books and encourage children to read. And then when I got a bit older, that all just seemed to disappear. There was nothing that good for kids. I moved out of reading for several years because there was nothing interesting in it. I wasn't really old enough to understand the adult-oriented and teen-oriented books. And then Point Horror came along. Point Horror was interesting, but it got sidelined quite quickly. It's like 3 or 4 years that it lasted, and that was pretty good. But after that, what was there? Not an awful lot. But what's around now? Well, we've got Harry Potter, and I know people go on and on about how it sucks, but at least Twilight got people reading. Might have been reading shit, but it was reading, and that's great. Now we've got all kinds of things out there for kids. I still think The Hunger Games is a complete rip-off of Battle Royale, just put into an American setting, but at least, again, it's got people reading, and at least it's a bit more meaty than Twilight ever was. But there you go. So there's things there that people want to read, and this is the important thing. I think a lot of all the people of my generation, and unfortunately it is my generation that's now complaining, the parents' generation effectively, we're forgetting that kids want to read things that are interesting to them. And the stuff that was being produced, like, read this, but it's crap. We don't want to read about some wussy thing that has no relevance to us. All these classics that you grew up with and that you loved, it's from a world that's completely different to what kids nowadays are growing up in. All those things like the Hardy Boys and all those mysteries where they found themselves trapped somewhere because the smugglers would find them, and they couldn't get help because no one could run and get help. To the kids, they say, why don't they phone? And it's something that I've noticed looking back at all the stuff that I loved as a kid. It's completely alien to the modern world. You can't have situations where the kids can't possibly get help by sending a text, because that's what they do now. Their phone would send them a message out, or the parents of all these kids, they go off and no one knows where they've gone for all that time. How long are they out? 8, 12 hours a day solving mysteries. The parents have no idea where they are. If my parents, when I was a kid, didn't know where I was for most of the day, that was because I was out playing with friends. If a parent of the generation that's around now doesn't know where their kids is for 8 or 12 hours, then there's a manhunt because someone's taken them. It's a different world, and we can't expect kids to associate with books that we liked. The books that we liked are from a completely different time. It's like, here's Herodotus, go and enjoy that, 5-year-old. No, that's not going to work. Or, you want to see a good play? Let's go and see Livy. Livy was or was he a poet? You know what I mean. You can't bring out ancient Roman stuff and expect people to understand it now when they're 8 years old. Just as you can't give them the stuff that we had. The world has advanced so quickly that the kids need something that works for them now. And that's what's happening now, which is why kids are reading again. And that's great. So there we go, rant over with. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see a rant about books from someone who writes books. Yay. And subscribe for future videos. Until next time, I've been kirk-Robinson. You've been watching the Knob Mouse channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.